Hello everyone and welcome to the Beta Branch 1.6.5 update for October 29th. I know this is being released pretty late in the day, especially to my friends over in Europe. However, I wanted to wait as long as possible to see if the devs were going to release a hotfix this week. I know when it comes to 1.6.5 and the 1.6 branch in particular, a lot of people have been disappointed in it, and I have been disappointed in it. And I would think that 1.6.5, I would say, is probably the worst patch that they put out in the entire 1.6 branch. There are quite a few problems and issues, and that's why I really haven't discussed them until now, in the hopes that there would be a hotfix to address some of these issues. I do want to start off by premising this video in saying that I did have a very long communication with the developer, and the communication did go really well. It covered various amounts of issues and points, and I was very happy with the response I got. To put it into a nutshell, they are aware that there are issues right now with the game, especially with 1.6.5, and the crash upon launcher was a pretty big deal that did kind of set them back, and obviously it was not anticipated, so therefore that put a little monkey wrench in their plans, and they had to get that dealt with before they could do anything else. That is why I feel that we have not received a hotfix yet, because that was such a high priority for them that it kind of delayed things just a little bit. So will that have a trickle effect down coming to 1.6, 1.6.6, 1.6.7, and even down to 1.7? It is a possibility. And I could think that's why we have not received a hotfix this week, which is very unfortunate. However, as I said, the communication I had with the developer went really well. I was, for the most part, very happy with everything that that developer had to say. They do have plans, as you can see from the future plans video, I should say future plans post, and the development update video, that they do still have things out there, which is battle orders, battle terrain. So the things are there. When are we exactly going to get them? I don't think we still know that yet. I have been stating that I believe that it could be 1.7 before it's actually going to get dropped. And that's because it seems like they want those patches to be hitting on the main branches of 1.7, 1.8, 1.9. That's when they want to drop the major content, and then they want to use the branches in between to implement smaller things and get things fixed and adjusted in the meantime. So I still believe that that is what their goal is to do as far as releasing content. And that is why I've been telling people to try to temper your expectations until 1.7. For 1.6.5, there are a lot of issues to go through, and I will apologize if this video does run long, but this one is going to be packed with a lot of information. From the developers to the issues that are going on, there is a lot. Also considering the videos that I have put out, such as the workshop video and especially the caravan video in which I made a plea to the devs. Both those videos are live on my channel. Just go to my Traders and Caravans playlist and you can see both of those videos. 4 bugs. Some of these, there is a chance that they could not really be a bug, but they've been reported, so it's something that I want to address. There's a chance they might have been fixed. We just don't know yet at this point because there's a big list of them, so there are things to definitely look out for. When it comes to clan parties that you make, I had a very difficult time with clans that I turned them into the companions into actual clans. Somebody reported that they were only able to have one party. They would not start a second party. During my live stream test, I encountered the same problem. It wasn't until that companion got captured that I noticed a second clan party start. Then once that clan party started, When the first one got released, the main companion who turned into the clan leader, he made his own party. So I'm not sure whether or not it's actually happening, but I do think there is a problem with that, considering when you start a clan party, they have enough money that they should be starting a second party immediately. Right now, you cannot assign roles to every companion or family member. You can see that the finance window is actually overlapping where the companions are. This was the same thing that we had when we had people to choose in the smithing window. That was actually having a window block that as well. So all they need to do is have the companions and family members list overlap the finance window, not have the finance window overlap that, which that should be an easy fix. They fixed it with smithing. They should have an easier time here. There has been a problem with Steam continuing to run when you get done with the game. That is now something that I've heard multiple times on the forum. Strat Gaming actually had that problem when he was in Discord, and Discord actually showed him still playing the game. So I know it's an issue, and it was also brought up on the forums. So that is something that has happened. He had to go into Task Manager to go ahead and end the program. I have not had it happen personally, so I'm not exactly certain what's going on. Probably just going to be some dumb little setting or corruption somewhere that we don't know about. But for right now, I don't know what exactly the problem is. I've also heard that when companions do make their own clans and they end up getting married and having children, some of the children are coming out to be over 30 years of age when they are born. I have not been far enough to see that in game, but I have heard that from a couple different people. So that's definitely not a good sign when you have a child being born that could be almost 40 years old already. That could be pretty devastating to a clan. You still cannot ride sumpters or pack horses. If you go ahead and try to equip them, you get the good old mule is not equipable. Now, this is what I have heard, that mules and sumpters, which are pack animals, are not going to be able to be rideable. Their solution to that is what they plan to do is to take saddle horses and make them zero riding. So you can use them from the start until you get 10 and you can ride a regular horse. Now, if you until they get this problem fixed, there are two ways in which you can go about handling this situation. There is a command that you, or I should say, a setting that you can change inside of Bannerlord. I listed this in, I believe, my live stream exactly how you can do this. And you're going to go to this file and you're going to change, let's say, saddle horses to difficulty 0. If not, I've also shown how you can do this. What you can do is you can pull up the cheat console. So you press the Alt tilde key, which is next to the 1. And I believe for some people that have different keyboards, it's Alt plus. I believe I heard them say. Just type CO for config, and then tap config, CH for cheat mode, and then space 1. That will bring up cheat mode. Then just hit inventory. Don't go into the town and hit trade, but go into inventory. This will now bring up every item in the game. Once again, here though, you still cannot ride mules or sumpter horses. However, if you notice, there are 2 different Battanian ponies sitting here. One of these says riding 10, one says nothing. So for the moment, you can give them a Battanian pony, the one with 0 riding, so that way they can use a horse until they get the situation solved. That is the easiest thing that you can do, and frankly, it is the quickest thing you can do. However, for a long-term solution, going in and changing that riding difficulty to saddle horses 0 can be the way to go. I don't remember off the top of my head where that is. I could probably find it pretty easily, but Hero is the one that I believe told me about it. When you are done, you want to make sure you turn the cheat mode back off, because it does use resources, and every time you hit that inventory, that list is going to pop up. And cheat mode has caused people to be able to crash. It does take a lot of resources. The easiest thing you could just do is hit that 1 again for cheat mode, and then hit backspace 0, enter, and it will turn off the cheat console. And as you can see, it is now off and everything is working fine. So that is the deal with Sumpters and Mules. The rumor is, which I haven't been able to confirm, but a lot of people have said, saddle horses are going to be turned to 0. Once again, for I don't know how long, you cannot command your troops after battle. This is something that people want really badly. I continue to check every live stream of every brand, whether or not you can control your troops after the enemy is fleeing. Tail World has specifically stated in a post in the tech forums that it is not intended. However, here we are about 5 patches later, it's still not fixed. I don't know how it got turned off. I don't know how difficult it is to turn on, but it doesn't seem like it should be that difficult to turn back on. That is a list of the bugs that I wanted to put in for now. There's more, but I don't want the video to be hitting 20 minutes, which I get worried that it's going to get darn close to with how much I've had to run through in this video. So now let us hit to the crashes. Helping friendly caravan. People have reported that if you try to help out a friendly caravan, meaning not just a caravan that's gray, but one in your kingdom, that is crashing the game. Now, obviously, we had the one at startup that they patched already in a hotfix. I think it was on Tuesday, maybe, that they did go out and people noticed that they did get a hotfix, a download from Steam, but there were no patch notes. That's what that hotfix addressed, was the crash at startup. I haven't really heard anybody say that they had a problem at startup, so I'm hoping that it got everybody fixed. Browsing the encyclopedia. I have had crashes in the past in 1.6.4 multiple times when it came to the encyclopedia. I still have not had one in 1.6.5, so I do not doubt that there are times in the encyclopedia that it can crash your game. Since I had it earlier, but I haven't had it now, so I definitely do not doubt it. And finally, once again, the banner quest. That thing still continues to cause problems. They can't nail that down. And there are multiple reports that during the banner quest, that is actually causing the game to crash. I've tried to complete it a couple times, and I really haven't had any problems to this date, although I haven't done it too much. But every patch, it seems like something with the banner quest is causing a problem. So that is a list of the crashes and the bugs that are currently going on for 1.6.5. As you can see, the video is taking a very long time, longer than virtually all of my beta branch videos I have ever done. That is because this is packed with information that I wanted to get out to you guys. Normally, if something like this happens, I create a second video earlier in the week to try to keep these smaller. But I really wanted to wait to see whether or not they were going to deliver a hotfix. And I also wanted that message to come back from the developers. So that way I could give you that information as well and hopefully get it done all in one spot. So I'm not going to delve too much into anything else, as I know this is getting super long. All I'm going to say is if you want to check out my plea to the devs, look for my caravan video. I'll link it at the end, in which I give the information on why caravans are so bad and my actual plea to the developers on how to get it fixed, the solutions I've already given them, and I'll do the work for them. So I'm offering to help them, so maybe we can work together to get things done faster. Because in the end, all we want is a really good game. and we just want to get there as quick as we can and get it to release. So you can go ahead and check that out. If I get any more word from the developers, I will obviously bring it to you. I didn't go in depth into everything that was discussed with the developer because I could literally have made an entire video on that communication I had with the developer. There was so much that was covered in that I literally could have made one, so I didn't want to go that far. I just wanted to touch very briefly on it. And if for some reason that developer is watching, I do want to say thank you. I greatly appreciate it. That was a lot of message to go through on his part, and he addressed virtually every issue that I had. So I do want to say thank you there to Tail World for that. So I'm going to leave it right there for this week. I'll try to touch on more next week. I don't think there's right now any chance we'll be seeing 1.6.6 next week. And the week after, that is going to be iffy. They've been trying to do it every 2 weeks. 1.6.5 has been a pretty big problem. Let's hope they get stuff fixed. And you can tell by the length of these videos how things are going in a patch. When they're 4 or 5 minutes, that's always good news. Or if I don't even release them, that is great news. But when they run this long, you know things aren't going too well. So I will once again apologize for the length of the video. I will say thank you to everybody for the support. I will wish you a very happy weekend this weekend. As always, take care and thanks for watching.